It's time to budget for October. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Kamika, and this is Web Balance Wallet, where I help you create healthy money habits and live a life that you love on your current budget. Today, we are going to budget for October, and this is the month where we have to factor in student loan payments. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so here's the budget, and I'm doing this a few days before October, so that's why there's still money in the available column, but I'm going to budget the normal amounts so that we have everything that we need for October. So we're gonna start out by zeroing out the next month category. And if you notice, it's $4,000 this month instead of $3,650. So we're gonna see if that's enough to cover the student loans in addition to everything that we already pay, because I didn't take the time to do the math. So let's get started. I'm going to go down the monthly bills all the way up into the student loans. I'll do gym and Apple Music, and then I'm gonna do auto assign for those. Let's do assigned last month. Okay, so the electricity always gives me a problem because the electric bill comes out like right at the end of the month sometimes, or right at the beginning of the month other times. And so it pulled in the amount that we budgeted last month, and it looks like we didn't have an electric bill, but we really did. It just got paid in the month before. So I need to correct that. Let's say our bill was high this month. I think it was like $350. I think that should be enough to cover it. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And the gas should have been $150. Let's go through the rest of these just to make sure. Yeah, everything else looks good. Okay, so we got the monthly bills done. And then in the last budget with me, I put $156.01 in each of our student loan categories. So that's still there. But I did find out that my student loans are $282 and some change, and then CARE's student loans are $144 and some change. So there's enough here without budgeting anything to cover CARE's, and then I need to add money for mine. I haven't done the math, so let's see what 140 does. Okay, that's too much. So we'll subtract out $14. Okay. Let's add one more dollar just to cover. I know it was some change, so let's add one more dollar there. And then CARE is gonna have a couple of dollars left over after his loans are paid this month, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I guess this isn't really a true picture of the $4,000 since we started funding it last month, but it's okay. We'll see how it averages out in the next couple of months. Okay, so going on down the line, so we have $2,874 left at this time. So we need $1,576.91 here. And then I fund this as we get paid. Groceries, apparently there are 5 Sundays this month because it says we need $500. So let's do that. Okay, and then we need $150 for restaurants. Okay, and spending money, let's ask Siri. Random number between 25 and 80.
That would be 30.
Oh my goodness, this is the first time we've had a low number in a while. So we'll see what CARE's reaction is to that. I'll let you guys know in the next one. Fair is fair though. So $30 each. And then we need $100 here. 200 here. 50 here. We need 80 for Christmas. And then we have $157.89 left. So I think we're gonna do need to do the personal care because I may need to buy like lotions and soap and stuff. And then we have 107.89 left. Okay, let's see what we want to do. We have all of these sinking funds left except for reimbursements. I don't need that. I'm waiting on a reimbursement and that'll take that back up to 100. Okay, so Ynab payment did come out last month, so we do need to replenish this money so it'll go back up to 500. But that's not a priority right now. We had a few medical things to come out, so that's not fully funded, or that's not where it was last month, but that's not a priority. I think the priority right now is to, and I got a car battery last month. So that needs to be replenished. So I think we're going to do $50 towards the emergency fund because our goal is to have 3 months of expenses in there, but I'm going milestone by milestone. So since our expenses have increased to 400, we no longer have 1 month of expenses there. So I'm going to put 50 here. And just in case you're curious, the reason why I'm not in a hurry to fund this is because we have a ton of different sinking funds here. As you can see, that has more money there. And then we also have extra money in our mortgage category. We have money set aside for home projects that we need to do. So I'm not as concerned with just filling up an emergency fund quickly. But it is something that is good to have, especially if you don't have sinking funds. So I am just filling this up slowly and eventually we'll make it to our goal. Okay, so now we just have the $57.89 left. And I think I'm going to put that in the treat yourself because we have holidays coming up at the end of the year, and I think we may be doing something for Thanksgiving, but I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and start building this category back up, and then as we get paid, we'll start filling in some of these other sinking funds that are not at the same level that we had them last month, just to build them back up. So I think that's a good plan. $57.89. And now all of our money has been budgeted. So to scroll back up to the student loans, I think it was a good decision to add in the additional money to make our next month category 4,000. Because if you remember in September, we didn't have like a lot of wiggle room at the end of the video to put money in the important sinking funds. Because last month we still had the $3,650. So that definitely helped, but I need to do a little math to make sure it balances out. Matter of fact, I can do that now. Okay, we added an extra $350 to our next month category, and then my loans are going to be, let's say, $283, and then CARES loans are going to be $140, let's say $142. Okay, so that's $425. So there's a $75 difference. So we will use $75 from just the regular things that we were already paying to cover the student loans. So I guess it would be a good idea to add $425 to our next month category instead of $350. So I may possibly do that next month, but I'll let you guys know in the next video. So that's what our October budget is looking like right now. Of course, things are going to change throughout the month, and as we get paid, we'll add money to these categories. But as of right now, this is where we stand. Leave a comment below to let me know if your budget changed in October, and also let me know any fun fall activities you have planned for the month. That's all for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and click the link on your screen right now for more Well Balanced Wallet content. See you there.